Hello, my name is Carrie Amici. I am the District Data Coordinator and Chief Information Officer for Frontier Central Schools. Today I'm going to do a quick overview with you about the Parent Portal. We're going to talk about how do you access the Parent Portal, how do you register and log in to the Parent Portal, and just general navigation. I do want to point out to you that depending on your child's grade, depends what information is available to you. For all grades, you will have access to attendance, schedules, buses, report cards, and assessments. The only thing that is different will be for grades 6 through 12, they will have access to the gradebook tab where teachers keep their averages. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's start by taking a look at where do you even go to get access to the portal? Well, you have to go to the district website, and the district website is frontiercsd.org. So you would go into the internet, type in the district's website, and in the right-hand side here, in the third tab down, you're going to see Parent Portal, Parent Student Portal Access. When you click on that bullet, it's going to bring you to a page that talks a little bit about eSchool data, and in the left-hand column here, it has 5 links under eSchool. You as parents are going to want to focus on the Parent Portal link. When you click on that link, it takes you to another information page, which tells you a little bit about what you need to register. So I do want to point out to you here under login information, you must register and you need your student's 9-digit ID number. Their 9-digit ID number are the first 9 digits of their Frontier eSchool. Or if you don't know the student ID, you can also call your child's building and they'll help you get that student ID number. The other thing that we need you to make sure in bullet 3 here is that when you register, you use your full legal name. For example, if your name is Michael, do not use Mike. Also, make sure you're using the address exactly as you have entered it when you registered your child. It's going to take a couple days for your account to be approved. So please be patient with that, but you will receive an email and it'll tell you how to log in. So to access the portal or to register for the portal, you're going to scroll down on this page all the way down here to where it says Parent Portal. You're going to click on it, and this is going to be where your login information will be entered. If you do not have login information, you're going to click on this link all the way at the bottom here where it says Parent Portal registration. This is where you'll need your student ID, your full legal name, and your address as you had registered with Frontier. All right, let's get into the Parent Portal. So when you log into the Parent Portal, it's going to take you to your home page. The home page is where all of your kids in the district are going to live. You would see each of them listed here under My Students, and each child will have a 9-digit blue code. That 9-digit blue code is going to get you into each one of their individual portal accounts. But before we do that, I want to jump over here to the right. This green dot is going to be for kids in grades 6 through 12, and the dot will appear if you as the parent or guardian have attended the Drug and Alcohol Forum that is required. So if your child is in grades 6 through 12, you are required to attend a Drug and Alcohol Forum, and there will be more information about the Drug and Alcohol Forum in our Falcon updates. So let's get into the portal. To get into the portal, you're going to click on that 9-digit blue ID number. It brings us to our profile page. The profile page has a couple of interesting things that I want to point out, starting with the calendar. The reason why I like this calendar is because in grades 6 through 12 only, the gradebook is going to populate assignments. So you can go ahead here and click on an assignment, that's blue, and it's going to give you details about that assignment. So this was a Spanish 3 assignment. It was a homework or classwork assignment. It had the description, the due date, and this particular assignment has the score of 12 out of 12. Some assignments may not yet have the grade in them, so I just wanted to point out and click on an example of an assignment that has information but does not yet have the grade populated. This is a nice way for you to see an overview of your child's monthly work that is due or was due. The other thing I want to point out is over here on the left-hand side, contact verification and digital access survey. At the beginning of every school year, end of August, beginning of September, when you as a parent log into your portal for the very first time, there will be two things you are required to complete before you get access to the actual portal. The first is contact verification. This is where you're simply verifying your contact information so that what is in eSchool is up to date in case somebody needs to get in contact with you. The second thing that you are required to fill out is something called a digital access survey. This is required by New York State. We are required by the state education department to survey every family. So this is a form that you're going to fill out. You're going to submit it and you'll be done. So once you do those two things at the beginning of the school year, you won't have to do it again. You'll come right to this page and be able to get into your child's portal account. All right, so let's take a look at the tabs. The attendance tab is going to have two parts to it. The top is going to be today's attendance, and for secondary, grade 6 through 12, it will be by period. Elementary will only be daily attendance. At the bottom are prior events that occurred, whether absent events or tardy events, and those events will be listed with their dates and the reasoning. And at the very bottom, there's a legend in case you need help to clarify what any of the letters or color coding means. The schedule tab is something I like. It's a little bit more involved at the secondary level, but what I really like about this is that your teacher's emails are right here. So if you do want to, if you're not sure how to contact one of your children's teachers, you can come here to the schedule tab and click on that teacher's email. It will open up a new window and allow you to write an email. I'm going to point out here that drug and alcohol forum custom indicator is going to show up there as well. The report card tab is not populated because this is a fake student, so I'm going to show you an example in a different screen at a later time in a few minutes what a secondary report card looks like and an elementary report card. The buses tab right now is not populated. We are working with our transportation department to make a connection between their program and eSchool so that eventually you'll be able to see your child's AM and PM bus numbers here. I'm going to skip the gradebook tab for a moment because the gradebook tab only applies to students in grades 6 through 12. So the assessment tab is where all of your child's assessments are going to live. They're going to be organized at the top, newest assessment to the oldest assessment. So this particular student is a 10th grader. They've taken multiple 3 through 8 assessments, and then they've also taken some Regents exams here. At the bottom is a legend, so it'll help you if you have any questions about what columns mean. For example, RA is this column where these 76, 89, and 84 live. If I go to the legend, RA stands for score. So this is telling me that on the Regents Common Core Geometry exam, Carrie Amici got a 76. On the Regents Earth Science exam, Carrie Amici got an 89, so on and so forth. When we go down to the assessments in grades 3 through 8, the SM column stands for Standard Met. You don't need to worry about that. The SS column stands for Scaled Score. Again, not something so much that you need to worry about. What you would be interested in is the LV column, which stands for their level. Students are scored at 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, and 4. A 3 and a 4 means they were proficient. A 1 and a 2 means they are below proficiency. So these are levels that a student scored on each of those. If your child opted out of the state assessments, then the only column that would be populated is the SS column, and the number would be 999. 999 represents opting out. Okay, let's get into the gradebook tab. So the gradebook tab has marking period options. So as we go through the year, you can switch marking periods and you can print. And then there's these menus on the left-hand side. Each one of these are a different menu. The first one, classes, is an overall overview of all your child's classes. And I do want to point out to you, it tells you what period it is. You don't need to worry about the section number. That doesn't mean so much to you or the kids. The semester means what part of the year they're taking it. So we have 2 semesters in a year. first half and second half. So what the 1 is telling you is that this class, health, is only being taken in semester 1 from September to the end of December, or I'm sorry, the end of January. When there's a 1 and a 2, that means they're taking it all year. The days mean in a 4-day cycle. So our high school, this is an example of a high school schedule, works on a 4-day schedule. The middle school works on a 2-day schedule. So these particular classes are being taken every day. Health is every day for the first semester. Global history is every day for the whole year. Spanish is every day for the whole year. I want to jump down to where this 3 is. So this PS chemistry is a lab. This is only being taken on day 3 during period 6. And then on day 2 and 4, period 6, they're in phys ed class. The assignments tab is an overview of every assignment assigned so far to date in this particular marking period. But I want to jump into each course, and I'm not going to go through each course. I'm just showing you a couple of examples. So this is an example of a health course. They're broken down by category. Tests for this health class are weighted at 70%. Classwork is weighted at 30%. There's a max point score. Most teachers are going to have the multiplier as 1, the bonus as 1 or as 0, and then the grade. Please note that this 37 does not represent a 37%. It represents a 37 out of 37. This 60 does not represent a 60%. It represents a 60 out of 61. And then they average all the scores from each category to get a category average. You can't average these category averages to get the marking period average. Why? Each category has a different weighting. So this score, 99.18, is weighted at 70%, and 96.43 is weighted at 30%. That mathematical formula then creates the marking period average. One other thing, this particular teacher uses descriptions, so they're typing in a little bit extra here to let the students know a little bit more about that assignment. And then each class is broken down a similar way. The weightings may be different, but remember, each category has its own weight, so you just can't average the category average to get the marking period average. And then the last thing that I want to show you guys is a report card. So here's an example of a high school report card. It would have grades and comments. This is an overall one. I do want to point out here for high school kids, this CE stands for credits earned. This is an important piece to high school. So most classes have a credit earning of 1. Half are courses that are phys ed, that are half year. So because phys ed is every other day, it only has half of a credit rating. Health would be a 0.5 because it's only half of a year. If there's a 0 here in this column, that would mean that your child didn't get credit. That would mean that they did not pass that course. Also, if your child took any Regents exams, those would be listed here, and absences are also listed. K through 5 standards-based report card looks different. These are standards-based, not grade-based per se. They're scored a little bit differently. You will still see your child's attendance. This is a key so that you understand what the letter scoring represents. And I will tell you, in grades 4 and 5 only, the kids will be getting a percent grade in each of their 4 main subjects: English, science, social, and math. But that is only in grades 4 and 5. And then last but not least, just a little refresher, when you go to the district website, this is where you log in. But if you do not yet have a login, you have to register. And if you ever have any issues logging in to eSchool, please email eschoolchanges@frontiercsd.org. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day.